Hi Fee.
Hi, sorry.
Today we're going to make a beautiful apple, potato and goat's curd galette with your new season apples. These were just picked today, weren't they?
Picked today, so these are the gala apples, and today's the first day of picking and packing.
Do you have a favourite variety?
I love these galas. They're just sweet and crispy and straight off the tree.
Good way to celebrate them with a nice tart. We're going to start with 2 cups of flour, but actually for this recipe I also chuck in a bit of baking powder. It gives the pastry a little bit of a lift. We need a pinch of salt, and then this is the fun part, it's unsalted butter. And then you get in with your fingers and you're just going to break it all up. It'd be much faster to do this in a food processor, but I quite like doing it by hand.
The experience out of it.
Yeah.
Should you take your wedding ring off usually to do that, Soph?
I should. But if I take it off and then I invariably lose it.
Yeah.
So at this point you want them to sort of, the butter to be kind of like pea size. The key is to have everything as cold as possible as you start. So like I would put the flour in the freezer, the water's got to be ice cold, the butter's got to be cold. My grandmother, her pastry was the best because she had really poor circulation and her hands were always really cold.
Is that right?
So that is a really nice flaky rustic dough. I'll put it in the fridge now for about half an hour just to get it cold again. And the reason for that is it will stop it shrinking when you pop it in the oven. So we've got our dough, which is nice and rested. You want to lightly flour your surface. And as I said, we're making a galette today rather than a tart, which means it's more of a free form. So it's so much easier. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can see it's all fairly rough and ready.
Yep.
So now we've got our goat's curd. Just going to spread it around the base. We're just going to cut into our beautiful apples. And I don't peel them because I think the colour is so pretty. Just to kind of make it more of a savoury dish, I guess. I've just got a potato that I haven't bothered peeling and I've just scrubbed it. You don't have to cook them, but it's important to cut them as thinly as you can. Okay. If you've got a mandolin at home, that's quite a good thing to do, but don't cut your fingers off.
Yeah.
I remember I went to emergency during Food Week a couple of years ago because I'd mandolined my thumb.
Oh.
And the guy was like, yeah, it's Food Week. We get a lot of you guys in at Food Week.
Oh, really?
We're just going to do a little fan alternating apple and potato. Again, I'm not that fussed about it looking absolutely precise and perfect.
Yeah.
It just has to look yummy. Now we're just going to crimp up the edges. There we go. Ta-da! So then I would just drizzle that with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of thyme, and put it in the oven about 200 degrees for about half an hour, 25 minutes, till it's nice and brown. Ooh, ta-da!
Ooh.
Yum.
Wow.
And just to finish it off, I'd put a little bit more thyme. And then I've got these hazelnuts. They're roasted hazelnuts from F.O.O.D farms. Really flavoursome and just add a little bit of extra kind of crunch and texture. And then I've got a little bit of local olive oil. That's it. Perfect brunch.
Perfect brunch.
Or brekkie. Yeah.
Yep. Or a light dinner. Beautiful.
So what do you think, Fee?
Oh, the flavour's beautiful.
Yeah, the apples, see, you know how they like hold their shape really well and you can really taste them?
That's right. So it's got that savoury and the sweet with it.
Yeah. And the Chardonnay is a beautiful match with the pastry and the cheese. It goes really well with that kind of buttery, cheesy flavour, I think.
I love it. I think I'll be making this one at home.
Oh, nice one. Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for the apples.
Thanks you for the
Gallette.